What was an cinema experience you'll never forget? I went to go see the cinema classic Snakes on a Plane when it first came out, and there was a scene when some character said to a little girl, "Guess who's on this plane today?" To which someone in the audience just screamed snakes. Had the whole theater dying lol. Two people behind me pulled big aluminum pans of spaghetti out of their purse and started eating it during the movie. First off, I'm old. I saw the first original Star Wars at its premiere in a theater in Toronto. When the Death Star got blown up, people stood up and screamed and cheered. In all my life, since I've never seen that happen at a movie, the ushers and other staff were wearing big buttons that said "May the Force be with you." I offered an usher $20, $88 in today's money, for his, but he refused. Wish I had that button today. Close bracket. 6 years old, watching the word scroll by and the Star Destroyer is chasing the rebel ship. Interstellar. Just thought it was an ambitious and incredible movie overall. The most striking part being when McConaughey's character leaves Earth knowing his young daughter, flying for only a little while, then seeing the message of her as an adult. Time dilation can be a bitch. Jurassic Park when the T-Rex breaks through the fence. Still the best film experience I've ever had at the cinema. When the reclining seats in movie theaters first became a thing, I saw this family bring pillows and blankets into the theater. It was wild. Revenge of the Sith. Anakin gets a Vader mask lowered onto his face. It's the quietest I've ever heard. Not heard? A theater B. The first ragged breath of the ventilator sent goosebumps. Another was Infinity War. When I don't feel so good and Spider-Man dusted. Someone yelled, "Oh hell no. That's some bullshit." Apostrophe. I saw a Harry Potter premiere while on vacation with my family. A couple of people were dressed up, but this one guy wore a bloated golden vest and a saggy white collared shirt. It was only when the guy dressed as Harry Potter started chasing him before the movie started did he realize he was the snitch. The end of Avengers Infinity War. The collective scream "what?" ? When the credits rolled will stay with me. My youngest is an aspiring filmmaker. When she was 16 she entered a short film in a local festival. I had seen a final cut on a laptop and honestly I was a little underwhelmed. I gave her a "Oh honey that's great" parent compliment. Fast forward to the actual screening. Oh wow, what a difference seeing it on a big screen. When the credits hit it got the biggest applause of the night. I was in absolute tears. She's had other films since then, but the experience of seeing her name, after written and directed by, on the big screen for the first time is something I will cherish for the rest of my life. The entire theater practically cheering when Cap lifts Thor's hammer was pretty amazing. Watching Coco, I cried the entire movie, so much that I had a headache and my eyes were puffy lol. It touched my heart and brought back many memories of my happy times with my family in Mexico. I didn't know anything about Hereditary. I just heard it was a good horror movie, but I was not expecting that. Had her, it's a mind-ducker for sure. Definitely scarred me for a while. 28 days later, the theater had the volume cranked so loud that the scene where Jim bumps the car alarm made my soul leave my body. Further back, Pokémon, the first movie, as the lights dimmed. Some nerds in the back nailed a Team Rocket impression. Dunkirk. Edge of your seat didn't have meaning to me until that film. I felt like I held my breath for maybe 30 minutes during the entire film. In an IMAX with that insane speaker setup, it was clear that the score was the star of the film. Jackass the movie. My mate got excited and hit me with car outside the cinema. Went to go see some kids movie when I was a kid and some man just up and yells, "Fuck you!" Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Before the movie started. Made me feel really uncomfortable the rest of the movie, like some fight was gonna go down. Went to see the last Harry Potter at midnight in theaters. Theater I went to was having a whole bash. So like probably 300 plus people. Half of us dressed up in costume, I was Hermione, were at the theater. Notably was a full size, yes, on stilts, Hagrid, a Cedric Diggory, that was near spot on. Yes, I got a photo with him. And a couple of really convincing Dementors. The theater had food specials and raffles going on. Imagine the midnight release parties for the books. But finally for one of the movies, we were let in the theater about an hour before the movie because there was just so many people. All 8 theaters were premiering it. So everyone basically was assigned a theater and told to shuffle in. Was in theater 3, which happened to have the said Hagrid, Dementors, and Cedric in it, among a ton of other characters and general wizard looking people. I don't know how or when, but at some point, while we were waiting, people started dueling in the front of the theater with fake wands. This turned into a spectacle and had a few people go through and fake duel, putting on moves and such. Other people started doing little bits, acting in character and just having fun with everyone in the theater. Mind you, none of us worked there, all just happy, excited fans. Cedric Diggory took a photo with me and my friend I came with, as well as these 3 or so other guys dressed up as wizards that we met and hung out with. These guys sat in front of us during the movie, and I will never forget the scene where Harry is going through Snape's memories. My friend next to me had used up all her tissues and was seriously sniffling. Slowly, one of our new buddies in front of us, who apparently had a box of tissues on his lap, lifts a tissue over and behind his head without even looking. He did this a few more times before my friend quietly whispered thank you. I don't know why, but it was such a sweet moment. Everyone in the theater was crying, including said guys, and it just warms me thinking about that little gesture. Nothing has come close to this night yet. That atmosphere was incredible. Surrounded by fellow Harry Potter geeks. Made some new friends. One I believe I'm still friends with on Facebook. Got some hilarious pictures. Enjoyed the company of kind strangers. And just had an awesome experience seeing the last Harry Potter movie, which meant so much to me throughout my childhood. Please subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more of Reddit Universe.